So my name's Liz. I work for the Cherwell Business Adaptation Fund team. I just wanted to just point out a few things with the pre-qualification questionnaire, just in case you're struggling at all with the form. So when you open the link, this is what it'll look like. You've got the title at the top there, space to put your company registration number and whether you're a sole trader. Anything with an asterisk field here is compulsory. So anything with a red asterisk, you have to fill out. So I've just used Cherwell District Council as an example here. If you use the postcode lookup, it disables any ability to change the fields below. So if we use OX 15 4AA, it will give me the choice of the building, and then you'll see I can't then add a building name or anything. If you want to manually put in your address, you need to delete the postcode lookup field, and then you'll be able to fill those fields out. One other thing to note is when you put in your personal details, if you copy and paste your telephone number, or if you use a form already saved to your device, you'll see that it takes off the last number. Because of the +44, it adds an extra 0 in and you lose the last digit of your phone number. So please just make sure you check that field and that you've got the correct phone number in there. As you scroll down, you'll get a selection of drop-down boxes. You shouldn't have any issues with any of these boxes. Things like the anticipated value of the grant application, you aren't able to put anything in there that's above 20,000. So if you try to ask for more, it will tell you that it has to be between 5,000 and 20,000. Just put that back so that it works. If you put anticipated project start date, you won't be able to put a date in before the 1st of August. That's because we don't anticipate anyone to be starting a project before we've notified you of whether you've been granted an award. So 1st of August will be the earliest date you can put in for the start date. And similarly with the end date, it will be the 31st of January because you cannot claim for anything beyond the 31st of January. The questions as described in the application guidance are all here for you to complete, signature and date. And when you press submit, you will get a message which tells you that your submission has been submitted and that you have got we will notify you within 3 working days whether you're eligible to complete the full application form. When you press OK, the form doesn't disappear. It has been submitted. You just need to close the window. So now we're on to the main application form. Now the link to this form will be sent to you via email from somebody in the team, and then you're able to complete it. So you've got the title at the top, full application stage, and you start with page 1. Some of these details are already pre-populated from your first submission, so you don't have to complete those again. You are able to change the phone number and contact name if you need to. So there's slightly more detail in this form as you come down. The project costs can be altered in case anything's changed from your first and initial submission. The grant rate is calculated automatically, so that will change depending on whether you're putting in any match funding. If you do put in match funding, there is a box here to upload any proof of that match funding. So we've also asked here for dates that you can submit your grant claim, and a maximum of 2 grant claims is allowed. Now, the earliest you can put a grant claim in will be the 31st of August. Projects won't start until the 1st of August, so we don't anticipate anyone to be putting a claim in until the end of that month. Anticipated project start date and anticipated project end date should be the same as your original submission, but if they need to change slightly, that's fine. And then normally on most forms, you would press next here at the bottom of the page, but there's a note to remind you just to scroll to the top of the page to access the next page of questions. So you scroll back to the top and you press page 2. This is the page where you detail everything about your grant proposal and all of the information and questions that are asked in the guidance. So there's space there. Every box has got a word limit, so you won't be able to input more words than you're allowed to for each question. When you get to the bottom, then please scroll back to the top for the final page. Page 3 is where you upload your quotes. You can upload any type of file. It can be a PDF, it can be an image, it can be an Excel spreadsheet, but we're looking for a description of what the expenditure is, how much it costs, the supplier, the rationale for using that supplier, and then a maximum of 3 quotes per person, per item, sorry. Then you just scroll down, you've got some yeses and nos to answer there about your eligibility and a signature, followed by the equalities monitoring data. When you press submit, that will submit your form into the portal. You will get a message that tells you that it's been submitted and that will notify you of your grant decision award by the 1st of August 2022. You press OK and the form will stay here, but you just close the window to close it down. It has been submitted if you get that message. Once it's submitted, we will start the assessment process. You cannot submit the form twice. If you've got any further questions after that, then please do email our inbox and we will get back to you as soon as possible.